And we are live and we are back. Let's go. I'm Cory, your host, one half of the Cory and Full Effect podcast. And I am back like I never left with another installment of Wealth Wednesdays. Here on the Cory and Full Effect podcast, we discuss health and wealth, finance and fitness, and everything in between. And we want to make sure you save more and say less and keep making better your best. Yes, yes. But however, if this is your first time tuning in, my co host Jordan, who handles the fitness side of the podcast, is still on paternity leave. They're like, dang, y'all paternity leave crazy over here. Yeah, it is. I mean, we believe in equality, as they say. But no, Jordan, it did say he's working on to come back, like quote unquote, for good, more permanent, consistent basis next year. So we'll see how that goes. However, in the meantime, as you can see, this is the 21st. Well, Wednesdays, I've been dropping straight finance related topics. But before I get started, make sure to hit that like button. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm. Please share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave your comments as well. And for those of you on the podcast platforms, please leave those rate and reviews. Please help us out when it comes to the algorithm. We see the numbers still going up, so I'm going to keep telling y'all to do this, and I'm working on saying it one or two more times during the episode so y'all can remember. But y'all see the topic, what we're going to get into. It's the end of the year. This is going to be the third to last episode, because after this episode I got the end of year recap, and that'll be dropping on Friday. I'm going live for that. I think I'm gonna do it 7 p.m. because it's gonna be a late night episode for both of them. And then on Saturday for New Year's Eve, I'm gonna do the student loan recap that I've been talking about. So the time for teasing those is over. It's time to drop those episodes. But since it is the end of the year, we're gonna get into what you should do as far as setting financial goals for the new year. Now, for those of you who don't know, I don't look at these articles before we get started. My guess is these goals might take the smart route: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time based, but we'll see. Also, before I get started, don't sue me, sue your mama. For entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. This is not financial advice. For my personal information, I'm _Cory. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Then for Jordan, his information is Stop Stalling J, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Then his business page is FinallyFit, Instagram and Facebook. And then his website is FinallyFit.live. Jordan is going through a rebranding for FinallyFit.live for his training services. Again, classes are at 5:30 on Monday and Wednesday. However, Jordan did say that he is going to start doing Tuesday and Thursday classes for those of you who think you cannot handle the Monday and Wednesday classes. So he's going to be offering essentially beginner classes on Tuesday and Thursday. I hope I can say that right now. He told us in class. I hope I was okay. I should ask him. But he's going to be starting that. So again, the website is FinallyFit.live. Please go there to sign up for the services. If you have any questions, concerns, again, Jordan is Stop Stalling J, or you can reach out to me, _Cory. And again, all this information is in the show notes in the YouTube description. Okay, 3 minutes of advertisements there. And then for my information, I always forget to do myself, financial coaching services are in the description as well. Now, y'all, we're going. It's only right to go where I'm going to go. CNBC. Okay. Always with CNBC. And y'all know me, struggle streaming. I can never share the slide or this tab. There we go. Boom. It's there. All right. Boom. 10 financial New Year's resolutions to set now and achieve in the new year. Now, okay, y'all, I haven't looked at the name of the author yet. Okay, this is the 21st episode. I haven't done an article every time, but I'm probably 15, 16 articles in. And I'll say maybe once or twice. The names have been pretty relative from an ease of pronouncing them standpoint. So let's see who we got today. Yes. Alexandria White. Thank God. A name, two names I know, and words I know I can't pronounce. But Alexandria said 10 financial New Year's resolutions to set now and achieve in the new year. So we're going to go through all 10, and we're going to see, how we've been talking about them this year or not, and how much of these make sense. CNBC Select reviews the top financial New Year's resolutions and how you can achieve them. And this came out last Tuesday. Let's see. Looking at the goals. Boom. New year, new financial goals. New year, new me. If you are starting off the new year with a list of resolutions, consider obviously add some financial goals. Generally, what's the 7? I forget the 7 things Zig Ziglar said. But it's like finances, health, spiritual, things like that. But, definitely finance and fitness goals on the Cory and Full Effect podcast, right? Add some financial ones to your to-do list, such as improving your credit score. Let's see if they talk about improving credit score on here. Debt conversation, making a plan to pay off your credit card debt once and for all. Slightly redundant. If you pay off all your credit card debt, your credit score will improve. Always remember that. We just finished paying off my wife's credit card debt, and her credit score has gone up 100 points in less than 6 months, but like 50 points in like a month. Once it finally updated that, her balance has been paid off. So if your credit score is low, quick tip, and to put all the credit repair scam people out of business. If your credit score is low and you've never missed a payment, the issue is that you have a high utilization. That's the issue. Unless you're out here just applying for loans out the wazoo, where you got all these hard inquiries on it. If your credit score is low and you've never missed a minimum payment, then it's because you have a lot of utilization. So just pay down the debt, and utilization is going to take effect, roughly a month or two, however long it takes, the credit bureaus to actually get the updated information. But utilization is going to get fixed right away. If you have $10,000 in credit card debt and you pay it all off today, you will go right down from whatever that utilization was down to 0%. That's how that works. So just pay off all the credit card debt. If you miss a payment, another issue. Nearly 49% of Americans want to save more money. Okay, remember we talked about what Americans were doing to prepare for the recession. Saving more money was on that list, and they're talking about paying down debt as well. A third want to improve their credit score. Third essentially want to create a personal budget according to Experian. Shout out to Experian. Poll on top of, they did a poll on financial resolutions for the new year. Shout out to this ad. All right, boom. Determining your goals is a great. So remember, they're talking about savings, then increasing their credit score, and then being on a budget. Okay. And by the way, shout out to the budget. You have to do a budget first to do that, to let you know how you're going to pay off debt / improve your credit score or save money. You have to do the budget first. That should be your first goal. If you're starting financial goals, you've never done them before, the number one thing should be either to do your budget / assess your financial situation, so get your net worth together, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm gonna go over that all in the next episode for the how to prepare for 2023. Determining your goals is a great starting point to improving your finances. The next step is to take action. So we're gonna get to the 10 things that CNBC Select is going to share for the most popular financial New Year's resolutions and offers advice on how you can achieve them. All right, so these 10 things we're going to go through. Saving more money. I don't know if these are in order, by the way, but we'll see if they are from priority standpoint. Save more. Well, I can tell you they're not in order from my opinion. Save more, improve my credit score, create a personal budget. That should be one, create a personal budget. Pay off a credit card entirely, pay my credit card debt on time. Jesus. Pay my full credit card balance each month. Oh my goodness. Not open any more credit cards, check my credit score more often, check my credit report more often, sign up for a credit monitoring or identity theft reduction product. I did not know this is going to be credit. Y'all, this is about to be straight about credit cards. This is like a troll for the end of the year. Let me see what the main things they're talking about. Saving more money, getting on a budget, and increasing the credit score. And the other one was, all right, improving credit score and making a plan to pay off credit card debt once and for all. My goodness. They're not wrong, though. I mean, shout out to student loans not being on here, but I believe the third highest debt, or fourth, because I don't know where car loans are at. But, mortgages are obviously first. Then I believe student loans. And then it might be car loans. And then credit card debt. Let me see. Let's see what the national car loan debt is. Okay, car loan debt is third. Credit card is fourth. But credit card is under $1 trillion. Obviously, mortgages are first. My goodness. Okay, y'all. So obviously, you need to save more money, get on a budget, than everything else. Get on your budget, then save more, than put these credit score things where you want to rank them at. I'm about to. I already know I'm probably about to pick this apart a little too much. All right, save more money, right? Surprisingly or unsurprisingly, the top financial goal is to save more money, right? Most people, meaning 60% of people, can't afford. Or is it 40%? My goodness, it's either 40% or 60%. Let's go with the low end. 40% of people can afford $1,000 emergency. I did not just do this last episode. I'm so terrible. Okay, only about 4 in 10 Americans. Yeah, okay, 4 in 10 have 1,000. So 60% of Americans don't have $1,000. So it makes sense that saving more would be the number one. There are nearly countless ways to go about this. You can increase your 401k contributions. See, that's what I talked about, I believe, on the last episode, where they intertwine saving money with investing. And, they are interchangeable, but from a financial standpoint, you got to be careful with that, because it's one of the reasons people think they can pull from their investments, right? Retirement-based investments, because they view it as savings. No, don't look at it that way. So you can increase your 401k contributions to save more money, set up automatic transfers to high yield savings account, or HYSA. If you see that, that's high yield savings account, that acronym. Cut back on unnecessary spending, which I guess we're going to get to when we talk about this credit card debt, especially during holiday season. Holiday season is over, right? But yes, plan out. One client we set up going into this year, set up their holiday spending goals, and she knocked them out like within I think the first month. I think she had everything saved up. So you can save up, and relatively speaking, you shouldn't be spending like a rack, for Christmas. My goodness. Excuse me. Many of the top high yield savings accounts are currently offering. Yeah, the high yield. I got Ally. They are over 3%. They keep sending. I think it might be 3.3%. They keep sending alerts that they're raising the APY. All right. Okay. This is ad for those two people. You can also use a credit card to your advantage. Okay. This is going to be interesting. They're talking about the next, outside of the personal, getting a budget. 8 of these things are about working with your credit score. So you can use a credit card to your advantage. Many of the best cards offer competitive rewards and statement credits that earn you cashback. So about cashback points and miles, right? Shout out to the miles in the airplanes. Oh my goodness. That can be used to offset purchases. For example, right? They're saying, how much you can get for certain credit cards. Okay. Let's see. Improve your how was this saving? How was using cash back part of your savings? My goodness. Improve your credit score. If you have less than stellar credit, scores below 670, I want to be very clear. Anything, what do I know? But the banks have the credit scores graded, right? You can see, you guys probably haven't seen that if you don't know anybody's working at a financial institution, but they have the credit score ranges graded. Don't be below 720. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be below 720. They keep telling you what. See, a lot of times when you see what these credit scores need to be, they're going based off of, which is true, essentially what they put out there, what you need, the bare minimum to qualify. Why do you want to be at the bare minimum? I don't recommend that. C's do get degrees, but So make it a priority to raise it above 670. This is true. You should want to get it above 670, but you definitely want the first number to start with a 7 at least. You can improve your credit score in several ways, including paying your bills on time and in full, which may include setting up auto pay, right? Paying off debt, limiting how many new accounts you open, and cutting back on spending. See, here goes the contradicting. Limiting how many new accounts you open. However, then they just told y'all you can use credit cards to your advantage, and they give you some offers here for American Express Gold Card, which if you don't have, you would have to open it, right, to get it. So then that contradicts right there. Obviously, cut back on spending. You may also want to consider signing up for Experian. Okay, obviously, Experian must have some type of ad here, which is a free service that lets you get credit for paying utilities, cell phone streaming, and other eligible bills. Yeah, they've been talking about how they're going to update how your credit score is, or is it the FICO score? It's the 3 bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, but how they're calculating credit scores now, where they're going to start adding in, I believe, utility and rent payments. But that's just been talked about. I believe, I've been seeing that for over 2 years now. So I've stopped looking into it and waiting for it to actually happen. But okay, they're telling y'all to pay, how to improve your credit score. Yes, make sure you continue to make on-time payments. If you missed a payment, don't ever miss a payment again. But y'all know how I feel over here. Just pay off all the debt, especially if it's credit card debt. It's high interest debt, the highest interest outside of, a payday loan. Pay off all your credit card debt instantaneously, as fast as possible. Third thing, shout out to the budget. Create a personal budget. For some, a budget can feel restricting. Restricting, right? That's my phrase. Restricting. Nope, a budget is not restrictive. Your income is restrictive, but tracking your spending can be a helpful tool to help you understand where your money goes. Helpful tool? No, it is the tool. That's what the budget is, so you can track your expenses and actually execute them. And you know what you're doing. A clear budget can help you set guidelines for what you can afford to spend and help you identify areas where you could cut back. Yep, that's what a budget will do for you. Right, write down all your fixed expenses first, right? Necessities, debt payments, investments, lifestyle. For your fixed expenses, right, you might have some variable things in there, right? We're talking about groceries and gas, but write down your fixed expenses, sure, so you know exactly what you have to kick out. That's not going to change. Groceries is not a fixed expense, such as rent, mortgage, cell phone, groceries. Groceries is not a fixed expense. And savings is not an expense, but that's neither here nor there right now. Or by downloading a budgeting app. Then you can see how much money you have left, right? How much money you got left over. Income minus outgo equals leftover. For flexible expenses such as restaurants, clothing, entertainment costs, if you're trying to aggressively get out of debt, you might have to cut these clothing and entertainment costs, as they mentioned above. And then looking at your credit card statement can be an easy way to see all your purchases in one place. This is why I recommend signing up for Mint. Again, no sponsorship. But then there's personal capital as well, and there might be another one. But I use every dollar to budget. But as far as one place to house all your transactions, I recommend using Mint or personal capital. I have both because, finance nerd. But Mint is the one I actually use as far as so you can see all of your transactions in one place. And it's on the internet. Let's be clear. Y'all not going through y'all not looking at your credit card statement or your bank statement, as far as paper or downloading, looking on the computer. So you're better off downloading the app. Take the 5 to 10 minutes to set up all your bank accounts. And so the transactions will get tracked there. And so you don't have to worry about it. You can get alerts. You get us an app and they'll let you know. And Mint is owned by Intuit, who owns TurboTax. So you ain't got to worry about like the app going nowhere. If it's a good app, it's an amazing app. They'll calculate your net worth and everything on there as well. And most cards give you an opportunity to view your total annual spending by category, which is very helpful when you're setting up a budget for the new year. Yeah, obviously with the technology now, fintech, there's more and more information as far as data and charts that you can see about your spending. But again, you'll have that for Mint all in one place. So if you have 2 or 3 credit cards, you don't have to go log into 2 or 3 different apps to see everything. Use Mint. It'll all be in one place. Let me see. I was going to say something. And most cards give you... Crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Too late. All right, pay off your credit card entirely. Yes, obviously, if you're struggling... Dang, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. And most cards give an opportunity to view total spending by category. I can't remember. All right, yeah, pay off your credit card entirely, right? If you're struggling with credit card debt, you're not alone. In fact, look at this large number. 95% of Americans have a credit card, and credit card holders carry an average balance of $5,200. My goodness. So it's not surprising that so many people are looking to pay off credit card debt in the new year. They're always looking to pay it off. If you have credit cards that consider consolidating it, okay, we're talking about the balance transfer here. Now we're talking about, what's the best way to actually pay off the debt versus what you can do to save money. What should you do to actually pay it off? Balance transfer not recommended, which offers no interest for up to 21 months. Again, as someone who's made and seen many a balance transfer, I haven't made the payments on them. I've seen many a balance transfers. Most people are consolidations, however you want to look at it. Most people don't have one consolidation. They have, as LeBron would say, not 4, not 5, not 6. Most people have anywhere from 3 to 5 that I've seen. People with consolidations, they don't have one. I've never seen anybody with one consolidation. And I've seen a lot of different accounts. So just be wary of that. Even if you do the consolidation, did you address the habit or the habits that you have that got you in that situation? Yes, they do offer no interest up to 21 months, but again, if you don't pay it all off, that interest is usually crazy high. All right, they're giving you another example of the City card again. They're telling you, and this, y'all, you got to open up another account when they're talking about working with your credit score. Let me see if I can find it on here. Yeah, pay off debt, limiting how many new accounts you open, but then they already gave you ads up here about American Express 2 cards, right? Then they're telling you to open up a consolidation. That's the third account they tell you to open. Oh my goodness. So they're telling y'all, hey, work on reducing the amount of accounts you open, but open up an account for your consolidation. All right. They're just telling you all that. Cool. How much it can be. Yeah, don't do a consolidation. Consolidation in short says, hey, you got 4 or 5 different credit cards. You're making 4 or 5 different payments. You got all these different interest rates. Then you just go to your bank or your credit union, whoever, and say, hey, I want to consolidate. So say you got 4 cards and they each have $1,000 on them. So it's $4,000. You go to the bank, get a consolidation loan. They give you $4,000 and pay off all your credit cards. And now you just have that one loan at $4,000 and one payment at the bank. And then like it's saying, or you can get a credit card where it'll do this, but then you'll have sometimes a 0% interest rate for, a certain time period. To essentially pay it all off. But that doesn't make any sense because let's say it's $4,000. Let me do better math. Let's say it's $6,000, right, that you have, and each of the cards have $1,500 on them. So it's 4 cards. You get them all consolidated into a $6,000 loan. They're saying, hey, we're going to offer you 0% interest for 12 months. Well, it's like, can you put $500 a month towards the debt? Because that's $6,000, right, to pay it off within this 12 months. There's going to be no interest. That's going to be your situation before you even go and doing this consolidation. That's why you need to do your budget, which they did recommend before you start doing this stuff. But this is why I recommend the budget being the first thing. Figure out how much cash flow or leftover amount you have to put towards your financial goals, as we're talking about right here. Pay my credit card debt on time. This should be very simple, right? Balances Balance transfers can help you get out of debt. You get the most benefit if you pay your balance before the intro period ends. Oh, like I just said. Before you make a balance transfer, take time to familiarize yourself with terms associated with the offer. Oh my goodness. Expiration date of the interest-free period, as I just mentioned. Again, I don't read these articles beforehand. Once you know when your 0% APR period ends, create a plan to make significant payments towards your debt throughout the intro period so you're on track to be debt-free by the time it ends. All right, I literally just said that. But again, most people aren't in a situation, because let's be clear, if you sit down and actually calculate your interest rate or how much interest you're paying a month, remember the APR is for the A stands for annual, so it's for the year. So if you have, let's say you have a 24% APR, divide that by 12, so you're paying 2%, which is very high, but it's 2%. It's not you're paying 24% every month. But in most cases, you're not going to save that much money if you aggressively pay off your debt as far as the interest rate, which is why I recommend the snowball over the avalanche. And then when you talk about the actual completion percentage, as far as snowball versus avalanche or doing balance transfers, things like that, no. Now, if you're in a situation where you might be taking 3-4 years to pay off debt, that's another, a difference where you might want to do a consolidation. Most of you can pay off your debt in under 24 months. So just knock it out. You're not going to save yourself that much money. And then as they're talking about the terms and conditions that you might have to look into as far as these balance transfers, you might be in a more risky situation by doing them, because usually the balance transfers have extremely high interest rates once that period ends. Pay my full credit card balance each month. Okay, just credit cards. Payment history is the most important factor for your credit score. Yes, we went over this. Paying your whole balance not only helps improve your credit score by reducing utilization, we went over this as well, but it also reduces interest charges or fees that may result from carrying debt from month to month. You may not always be able to pay in full each month. If you can't pay full in each month, that means you're not sticking to your budget. If you do use a credit card, remember, you need to pay it off every month. So you should at least make your minimum payment. Yes, however, do make your minimum payment. Never miss the minimum payment. This helps you avoid late fees, which can be up to $40. And penalty and interest. I mean, a $40 late fee is the least of your issues if you're missing your credit card payment. My goodness. It will snowball though, because then you got to pay interest on the late fee. Insane compound interest. Not open any more credit cards, even though they just told y'all to open these credit cards. While there's no one size fits all, because opening a new credit card will do a hard inquiry, and that will lower your credit score. And then also, but it will increase your utilization, which is something that people recommend. Get a new credit card to increase your utilization to help with that. So it's like, and so you get more credit for payments, and the more payments, instead of having, let's say, 2 credit card payments a month, you have 3, then that'll lower the percentage hit if you have already missed a payment, because you'll be getting more quote unquote payments from a denominator standpoint a month. So they're saying, how many credit cards did you have? Right, the average American has 4, which means the average American has 4. If they're married, that's 8. My goodness. That doesn't mean 1 credit card is too few or 6 is too many. It all depends on how many credit cards you can manage responsibly. However, it's important to note that every time you apply, right, you get approved or denied. The card pulls, do a hard inquiry, and they negatively impact your score. Check my credit score more often. Again, before I get into this, the 3 credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they are required by law to give you 1 free credit report a year. And you can go to annualcreditreport.com, I think it is. And they might still be doing, because when COVID happened, the panorama, yep, it's still for a year. I'll share the tab real quick. And I've been saying this. And if you look at, shout out to my link tree, what is that called? The sideline financial startup kit. I got this link on here, but y'all can see right here during COVID, right? Accessing credit is more important. That's why Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion continue to offer free weekly online credit reports. So it used to be you can get 1 free a year. Now you can essentially get 52 for a year, so 1 a week. Now, if you're looking at your credit report once a week, that's a lot, but you can get this many. I don't know if this ends this year or not, but you can look at your credit report more frequently now due to the panorama. My guess is this is about to end, but we'll see. But this has been on here for almost, almost 3 years now. It's been so many years we've been in this situation. All right. So yeah, you can check your credit report, right? Check them more often. Again, though, if you use something like Mint bought Credit Karma, so now, and they've always had your credit score incorporated inside of Mint, but now they also own Credit Karma as well. When I say Mint, maybe Intuit bought Mint, whoever, the parent company bought them. But anyways, now you can have everything sync between your Mint, so all your bank accounts and Credit Karma, all that type of stuff. They recommend the Experian thing too. But if you're trying to find your credit score, these apps make it very easy for you to get a soft inquiry, right, on your credit score, not a hard pull, which doesn't impact you. I didn't even need to read that at all because I already know about that. Check my credit report more often. Check my credit score. Credit score versus credit report. Oh my goodness. Okay, by checking your credit report, you should get your score. But yeah, look at your credit report and see what's on there, so you can get see if frauds happen and things like that. Again, the benefit of something like Mint or Personal Capital, you can get alerts sent to you from those apps whenever something is charged on your credit card, and then also too, you can work with your financial institutions or whoever your credit card provider is to have it set up to where you have a threshold. If anything gets charged on your credit card, you get sent a notification. I have my set up for $0.00. So anytime anything happens on there, I get alerted. And the 10th thing is sign up for credit monitoring or identity theft protection. Yes, identity theft, cyber attacks, right? Important. You can look at getting those things, right? Help alert you of possible fraud. But yep, come a monthly cost. If you don't want to pay for credit monitoring service, there are free services available, such as CreditWise from Capital One, and track your social and scan the dark web for your personal information. How do they know where the dark web is at to scan it? Jokes. Then it says automatic alert. Yep. And another option is to frequently check your credit score and monitor, your credit report. Okay. How to check your credit score? I give them, keep your credit report in check as well. I like those. But as a recap, the top 10 things from CNBC Select to do this year is save more money, improve your credit score, create a personal budget, pay off a credit card entirely, pay my credit card debt on time, pay my full credit card balance each month, not open any more credit cards, check my credit score more often, check my credit report more often, and sign up for a credit monitoring or identity theft protection product. All right, y'all. I agree with all. They weren't wrong on what to do as far as how to improve your credit score and how to manage it. First thing you need to do is create the budget, right? Necessities, debt, payments, investments, lifestyle. Most of you, if you're trying to improve your credit score, paying off your debt is going to improve your credit score. It's going to put you in the high 700s, close to 800s if you pay it all off. And that's one of the things where it's like, if somebody's asking you, how to, improve your credit score or whatever, just ask them to show you their credit score, right? If they're telling you how to do it. But people who've ever paid off, especially if they had credit card debt, they had high utilization, and if they paid it off aggressively, their credit score jumped up over 100 points in under a year. And that's just what happens. That's how it works. Trying to, get into the 800 range, like at the end of the day, as you get to that 760, 780 range, anything over that from you're trying to get a loan standpoint, if you have a 760, 780, 790, 800, and you quote unquote still might not be able to get the loan, that's because the bank's going to probably likely be looking at another metric from a financial standpoint. So what your income is, how long you've had your job, if you're a house, down payment, things like that. But, if you have a 780 versus a 775 or 800, 820, the bank's going to look at something else. They're going to give those people roughly they're going to qualify those people for the same loan. Interest may might be a little bit different, but it's not like it's going to be a whole 1% different on your mortgage because you have a 780 and not an 820. That would be a lie. That's not how it works. Once you hit the A plus range, the A range, A, B, C, D, like school. But the A range, once you hit that, everything above, that 780 number is going to be is an A. It's not like, an A is an A. A 92 and a 97 are both A, right? One's A minus, one's A plus. They're both an A. All right, 4.0 on your GPA. All right, y'all. That's it. So again, make sure y'all obviously set up your financial goals for the year. Again, I'm gonna go over this on Friday when we're talking about how to prepare for 2023. But you do need to set your goals. For most people, you want to pay off your debt / improve your credit score. So that was a good article to look into as far as what to do for that. But at the end of the day, as I've been saying, just pay off your debt and obviously stick to your budget. That's the main thing. You got to stick to your budget. But all right, y'all, I already got up there. Dang, I forgot to say it. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you leave a comment as well. For the podcast platform listeners, please leave those rating reviews. Again, I'm Sideline_Cory, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. My co-host Jordan is Stop Stalling J on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And his business page is FinallyFit.live. And then his business page, his website is, I guess it is a page, his webpage. But then he's also on FinallyFit on Instagram and Facebook. And again, Jordan is in the process of doing rebranding, ramping up for the new year. Speaking of financial goals, prepare for your fitness goals as well, right? New Year's resolutions. But again, Jordan is going to start offering beginner level classes on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 a.m. for those of you who are not ready for the more, I guess, intermediate advanced classes, because that's the feedback he was getting. People say, hey, I want to start, but I don't know if I can do what y'all doing in the Monday and Wednesday classes, because we have been working out for over 2 years now. So that does make sense. But yep, Tuesday and Thursday will be the beginner classes as well. And again, FinallyFit.live to check out his pricing. And then for myself, my financial coaching is in the description on YouTube, but $50 for 1 hour session a month, and then $100 for up to 1 hour session a week. So that'd be 4 sessions in a month. All right, y'all. Any questions, concerns? Again, just reach out to us. But if not, please tune in again. Say like on Friday, I think I'm gonna do 7 o'clock. I'll make a post on Instagram and also, set it up on YouTube. Hit that bell for the notifications. But Friday's episode will be going live for the end of year wrap up, how to prepare for 2023. And then on New Year's Eve, before y'all go out and mess up all your money and fumble the bag, I'm gonna go over the student loan situation and what happened with that, what to do going forward. It's mainly gonna be what to do going forward and how the situation is now. And everybody's complaining about it, because y'all know I like to start stuff. But all right, y'all, that's it. So remember to save more, say less. Keep making better your best. And I will catch y'all in the next one.